Christmas has always been a season filled with emotion, reflection, and quiet moments of connection, and for the royal family, the annual Christmas card has become one of the most personal ways to speak to the public without formal speeches or official statements. When Prince William and Princess Catherine released their 2025 Christmas card, it immediately stood out, not because it was grand or dramatic, but because it felt gentle, calm, and deeply human. Instead of a stiff royal portrait, the image showed a family sitting close together outdoors, surrounded by nature, looking relaxed and fully present in the moment. The photograph featured William and Catherine alongside their 3 children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, seated on a patch of grass with soft green tones and spring flowers in the background. There was no sense of performance or formality. It looked more like a family memory than a royal announcement, and that choice alone changed how people responded to it. After a year filled with concern, health updates, and emotional weight surrounding Princess Catherine's cancer journey, the card quietly suggested recovery, balance, and forward movement. It did not speak loudly, but its message was clear. The image was taken earlier in the year in Norfolk by photographer Josh Shinner, who has become closely connected to the Wales family over recent years. His style focuses on honesty rather than perfection, capturing moments that feel real rather than staged. This approach matched the family's long-standing preference for simplicity and approachability. Compared to the previous year's studio-style image with matching white shirts and denim, the 2025 card marked a noticeable shift toward warmth, color, and nature. Princess Catherine's outfit reflected this balance perfectly, combining comfort with elegance in a way that felt steady and calm. Prince William matched the relaxed tone, sitting close to his children rather than standing apart. The setting, the colors, and the body language all worked together to present a family that felt grounded and united. What truly captured attention, however, was not the setting or fashion, but the children themselves. Prince George appeared calm and thoughtful, sitting upright with a gentle smile, his mother's arm resting protectively around him. Princess Charlotte leaned comfortably against her father, her expression confident and relaxed, showing a quiet sense of security. Prince Louis, seated proudly on William's lap, wore a bright, gap-toothed smile that instantly drew the eye. His joyful expression added lightness to the image and reminded people why he has become such a beloved figure during public appearances. Together, the image told a story of closeness, renewal, and quiet strength. Alongside the photograph came a short and simple message wishing everyone a happy Christmas. There were no long captions or grand explanations, just a warm greeting that matched the tone of the image itself. The timing of the release also mattered. It came during a period already filled with meaning for the family, following festive appearances and traditional royal gatherings that signal the start of the holiday season. The card did not try to dominate headlines through drama. Instead, it allowed the image to speak naturally, offering reassurance at a time when many people had followed the family through a difficult year. In doing so, the card redefined royal warmth, showing that connection does not require spectacle, and that sometimes the strongest messages are delivered quietly, through presence, closeness, and shared humanity. The children steal the spotlight. While the Christmas card was intended as a family portrait, public reaction quickly revealed something unexpected. Almost immediately, attention shifted away from Prince William and Princess Catherine and focused instead on their 3 children. Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis became the center of conversation across newspapers, television, and social media platforms. Headlines highlighted their expressions, their body language, and the emotions they conveyed, often mentioning the parents only briefly. This shift showed how deeply the public has connected with the Wales children over the years. People feel as though they have watched them grow, from early childhood to the confident young individuals they are becoming today. Social media played a major role in amplifying this reaction. Images of the children were shared widely on platforms like Instagram, X, and TikTok, often cropped to focus on their faces and expressions. Prince Louis's joyful smile sparked playful reactions and comparisons to his previous public moments, where his unfiltered expressions had charmed audiences around the world. Princess Charlotte drew praise for her calm and composed presence, with many noting her confident posture and natural ease. Prince George, now 12, was widely described as carrying a quiet sense of responsibility, with viewers interpreting his thoughtful expression as a glimpse of the future king he is expected to become. What made this reaction especially powerful was how instinctively meaning was assigned to each child. Without words or gestures, the public created a shared narrative. Louis came to represent joy and spontaneity, reminding people that the royal family includes real children with real personalities. Charlotte symbolized balance and emotional strength, appearing steady and self-assured beyond her years. George embodied continuity and responsibility, reflecting the long path that lies ahead of him within the monarchy. Together, the three children transformed a simple family photograph into a story of hope and renewal. Media outlets soon reflected this shift in focus. Coverage emphasized how relatable the children appeared, especially after a year marked by health concerns and uncertainty. Viewers were drawn to the sense of normality the image conveyed, finding comfort in seeing a family that felt familiar despite its royal status. The children were no longer just symbols of tradition. They were individuals whose personalities resonated with people across generations and cultures. This reaction highlighted a broader change in how royal stories are received today. Audiences respond less to titles and ceremony and more to authenticity and emotion. The Wales children captured attention not because they were presented as future leaders, but because they appeared genuine and at ease. Their presence softened the image of the monarchy, making it feel more accessible and human. In this way, the children did not simply steal the spotlight. They became the emotional message of the card itself. Their natural charm shaped how the image was shared, discussed, and remembered long after its release. This moment also signaled a shift in royal storytelling. Younger royals are increasingly central to public engagement, driving conversation and shaping perception in ways that previous generations could not. As people celebrated the children's expressions and gestures, questions naturally arose about their growing influence and visibility. How much of this attention is planned, and how much is simply the result of authenticity shining through? Whatever the answer, one thing became clear. George, Charlotte, and Louis had captured hearts, and in doing so, they had reshaped the narrative surrounding the 2025 Christmas card. Future roles, strategy, and the monarchy ahead. The strong public reaction to the Wales children has led many observers to consider what this moment means for the future of the monarchy. Over recent years, Prince William and Princess Catherine have taken a careful and thoughtful approach to introducing their children to public life. Rather than placing them constantly in the spotlight, they have chosen moments that feel meaningful and balanced, allowing the children to appear naturally while protecting their privacy. The 2025 Christmas card is a clear example of this strategy. It presents the children as comfortable and confident, without forcing them into formal roles or expectations. Prince George, as the eldest, is already being viewed through the lens of his future responsibilities. Once William becomes king, George is expected to inherit the title of Prince of Wales, a role that carries significant public and symbolic weight. Observers often note George's composed demeanor, interpreting it as a sign that he is being gently prepared for the path ahead. His education, limited public appearances, and calm presence all suggest a careful effort to build confidence without pressure. Princess Charlotte occupies a unique position within the modern monarchy. As second in line after George, she is likely to grow into a visible and influential role, even if her title remains unchanged. Her calm confidence and steady presence have already shaped public perception, suggesting that she may become a respected figure known for balance and leadership. Prince Louis, the youngest, brings a different energy to the family narrative. His playful spirit and joyful expressions highlight the human side of royal life, offering a sense of warmth and approachability that resonates strongly with the public. While his future role may involve fewer formal duties, his ability to connect emotionally with audiences could play an important part in maintaining public affection for the monarchy. Beyond individual roles, the timing of the 2025 Christmas card reflects a broader communication strategy. Royal imagery is rarely released without careful consideration, and this card appeared after key moments in the family's year, including Catherine's health updates and festive public appearances. By choosing this moment, the family reinforced a message of stability, recovery, and unity. The card became more than a seasonal greeting. It served as reassurance that the family had faced challenges together and was moving forward with strength and calm. This approach reflects a modern understanding of public trust. Rather than relying solely on tradition, William and Catherine use imagery to build emotional connection and long-term confidence. Each family portrait contributes to a larger story, shaping how the monarchy is viewed over time. The relaxed setting, natural expressions, and visible closeness in the 2025 card all signal an institution that is evolving while remaining rooted in continuity. The children play a central role in this evolution, humanizing the monarchy and making it feel relevant in a changing world. As George, Charlotte, and Louis grow older, their visibility will likely increase, bringing new opportunities and challenges. They will need to balance personal growth with public expectation, learning how to navigate attention while remaining true to themselves. The 2025 Christmas card offers an early glimpse of how this balance might look. It shows a family that values togetherness, authenticity, and quiet strength. In the end, the card's impact lies not in grand symbolism, but in its simplicity. It reminds people that even within the most historic institutions, moments of connection and humanity still matter. As the public looks ahead to future royal milestones, this image may be remembered as a turning point, a moment when the next generation stepped forward naturally, not as symbols, but as people. And in doing so, they reshaped how the monarchy speaks to the world, one quiet image at a time. What made the 2025 Christmas card so powerful was not only what it showed, but how deeply people around the world connected with it on an emotional level. In a time when many audiences feel overwhelmed by fast news, conflict, and constant change, the image offered something rare, calm. The sight of a family sitting closely together, relaxed and present, created a feeling of safety and familiarity that crossed borders and cultures. For many viewers, the card felt less like a royal announcement and more like a reminder of shared human values. Parents saw themselves in the protective gestures, the gentle smiles, and the small details that revealed trust and closeness. Children recognized joy and warmth, especially in Prince Louis's bright expression. Older viewers felt a sense of continuity, seeing Prince George and Princess Charlotte growing steadily into themselves. This wide emotional appeal explains why the image traveled so quickly across global media. News outlets, blogs, and television programs did not simply report on the card. They analyzed it, discussed it, and returned to it repeatedly, treating it as a reflection of something larger than one family. Psychologists and cultural commentators pointed out that images like this succeed because they reduce distance. They soften the boundary between public figures and everyday life. The royal family, often associated with ceremony and formality, appeared here as parents and children sharing a quiet moment. That shift matters deeply in today's media environment, where audiences value honesty over perfection. The card also arrived at a moment when public trust and emotional reassurance were especially important. Princess Catherine's health journey had created a strong emotional bond between the family and the public. People had followed her updates closely, offering support and concern. The Christmas card did not revisit that story directly, but it acknowledged it indirectly through mood and tone. The image suggested balance and recovery without using words. That restraint made it feel respectful and sincere. Instead of asking for attention, it allowed people to interpret the moment for themselves. Across social media, comments reflected this response. Many viewers described feeling comforted, hopeful, or unexpectedly emotional when seeing the image. Others spoke about how refreshing it was to see a royal family presented without heavy symbolism or dramatic messaging. The children became key figures in this response because they represented the future in a way that felt gentle rather than forced. George, Charlotte, and Louis were not positioned as heirs or symbols. They were simply present, and that presence carried meaning. Media analysts also noted how the card contrasted with the usual holiday content cycle. During a season often filled with loud advertisements and constant promotion, the simplicity of the image stood out. It did not compete for attention through scale or spectacle. Instead, it invited viewers to pause. This quiet confidence reflected a deeper understanding of modern communication. In an age where everyone is speaking at once, the most powerful messages are often the ones that whisper. The Wales family appeared to understand this instinctively. By choosing authenticity over performance, they allowed the public to meet them halfway. This approach strengthened emotional connection and reinforced long-term trust. The card's global reach also highlighted how the monarchy functions as a cultural symbol beyond the United Kingdom. Viewers in different countries projected their own hopes and values onto the image, seeing it as a story about family, resilience, and continuity rather than royalty alone. In this sense, the 2025 Christmas card became a shared moment, not just a national tradition. It showed how carefully chosen images can create unity without demanding agreement or admiration. They simply offer space for reflection. As the holiday season continued, the image remained present in public conversation, referenced in discussions about modern leadership, family values, and the evolving role of public figures. Its lasting impact came from its emotional honesty. It reminded people that behind institutions and titles are individuals navigating the same feelings of care, concern, and hope that define everyday life. Through one quiet photograph, the Wales family managed to connect across generations and borders, reinforcing the idea that warmth, sincerity, and shared humanity still hold powerful meaning in a rapidly changing world. Legacy, continuity, and a quiet turning point. As the conversation around the 2025 Christmas card slowly settles, what remains is a deeper understanding of why this single image mattered so much. Long after headlines fade and social media trends move on, certain moments stay with the public because they reflect something true and lasting. This Christmas card feels like one of those moments. It was not designed to shock or impress. Instead, it gently marked a turning point, showing a family emerging from challenge with steadiness and grace. Prince William and Princess Catherine did not present themselves as symbols of perfection. They appeared as parents first, placing closeness and care at the center of the image. In doing so, they reinforced a message that leadership, especially in modern times, does not always come from formality or distance. Sometimes it comes from openness, calm, and shared humanity. The presence of Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis was central to this message. Together, they represented continuity without pressure and the future without fear. George's thoughtful calm suggested responsibility growing naturally with time. Charlotte's quiet confidence reflected balance and emotional strength. Louis's joyful energy reminded people that warmth and humor still have a place within tradition. None of these messages were spoken, yet they were clearly felt. That is what made the image powerful. It trusted the audience to understand without explanation. From a historical perspective, royal Christmas cards often serve as subtle markers of change. Looking back, certain images come to define entire periods, capturing shifts in public mood and royal identity. The 2025 card may one day be remembered as the moment when the next generation of royals stepped forward not through ceremony, but through presence. It showed a monarchy that is learning how to speak in a quieter, more human voice. This approach reflects the world it exists in today, one where people seek connection over authority and authenticity over performance. The careful balance shown in this image also highlights how the royal family is adapting to modern expectations. Public trust is no longer built only through tradition. It is built through consistency, emotional honesty, and respect for shared experience. By choosing simplicity, William and Catherine demonstrated confidence in who they are and in how they wish to be seen. They allowed the image to breathe, leaving space for interpretation rather than control. This choice strengthened the bond between the family and the public, not through persuasion, but through recognition. Many people saw something familiar in the image, a reminder of their own families, their own moments of closeness, and their own hopes for the future. As the years move forward and George, Charlotte, and Louis continue to grow, moments like this will shape how they are understood by the world. In the end, the true strength of the 2025 Christmas card lies in how little it tried to prove. There were no dramatic poses, no heavy symbols, and no carefully staged perfection. Instead, the image allowed the Wales family to appear exactly as they were in that moment, calm, close, and united. This simplicity created a powerful contrast to the often formal image of the monarchy, reminding people that trust is built not through distance, but through relatability. For many viewers, the photograph felt reassuring, especially after a year marked by uncertainty and emotional strain. It offered a sense of stability without making promises or statements, letting feelings speak louder than words. The children played a central role in this quiet shift. Prince George's thoughtful presence suggested growth and readiness without pressure. Princess Charlotte's calm confidence reflected balance and emotional awareness. Prince Louis's joyful smile brought warmth and lightness, reminding the public that innocence and happiness still have a place within tradition. Together, they shaped how the image was understood, turning a simple holiday greeting into a moment of connection shared by millions. As public attention continues to evolve, moments like this help redefine how the royal family communicates. The focus is no longer only on ceremony or status, but on shared values and genuine emotion. The 2025 Christmas card showed that the monarchy can remain relevant by embracing honesty and calm expression. It did not seek applause or admiration. It simply offered presence. And in a world often filled with noise, that quiet approach made all the difference.